Oh yeah, baby! Gotta run away. Parry him. Woo! Get out of here, you dummy! I am the parry master, dude. Attacking. I'm in the corner. Let me go. Dude, the flipping eggs trapped me in the corner. Boss. But there's nothing here that I can see at the moment. Oh! Woo! Yeah. Scared me. Oh, there is more down there. The moment you open that big door and you're immediately greeted with this vast open world, I was so enamored by the amount of detail and just the sheer degree of freedom that you have to explore the world as you please, go where your heart takes you, and really create a build that feels right to you. And coming from games like Path of Exile 2 and Lies of P, Sekiro, all the classic action RPGs and Soulslikes that I really enjoy, coming into Elden Ring with that experience already under my belt made the game so much more exciting. The rush of adrenaline was there because I knew what I was in for. I was in for a magical experience in terms of the world, but when it came to the encounters of enemies and bosses, it was unlike anything that I've experienced thus far. Sure, other Soulslikes have been fantastic in terms of their boss engagements. Lies of P is a good example. But Elden Ring just hit different. And the fact that you can really have a non-linear type of experience with regards to your boss engagements, like you don't have to go the story route. You can really go wherever you please. And I love that. It made me write my own story. And as I continue to gracefully ride my horse off into the distance, I can pick and choose which boss to delete. Or in this case, boss is deleting me. Because I'll be frank, some of these bosses in the game, they definitely gave me a run for my money. They definitely challenged me. And I like that. I think the feeling of the challenge was what made me hungry for more, what made me inspired to create a much stronger build or test out different weapons to see which one fit the archetype that I'm looking for. That all to me just resonated with that Souls-like heart of mine, and it really brought that child out of me. It really made me feel like I had so much to do and there is nothing tied to me. There's no leash. There's nothing that was carrying me in one direction. It was, here you go off, do your thing, and when you come back, tell me your story. And that to me is what defines Elden Ring right now, and why I'm having such a blast, and why it's a blissful experience. And this is really what I'm feeling like currently after about 20 plus hours now in the game. I'm really feeling like this is just the tip of the iceberg, and I really cannot wait for more. So continuing my story, growing up as a kid in the 90s, I loved fighting games. I really enjoyed Virtua Fighter, Tekken, Rumblefish, Third Strike, Street Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting, all the classics that you can possibly think of. I grew up playing them. And throughout every iteration of these games, they introduced new features, new counterplay, and eventually there came a system or a mechanic that I really fell in love with, and that was the parry system. And once that was implemented, it changed the entire scope and feel of how fighting games were played for me, and it made me appreciate just how much value you can get out of one simple counterplay, one simple hard read, and that dopamine rush was just beyond anything I could ever imagine. And so games like Lies of P, Sekiro, Nioh 1 and 2, these games exemplify how parrying just is such a rewarding feature, and if mastered, you can just, oh man, the dopamine you get is just out of this world. And in Elden Ring, I get the same feeling. And so in this game, the hunger for more, not just in terms of the gameplay and the overall open world experience, but just being able to parry a lot of these enemies' moves. And these monsters are massive. Like, these are just gargantuan, godly like creatures, and it's like the David versus Goliath type of thing, where you have this very tiny, tiny little person versus this big Goliath, and you're here with your buckler and your rapier, and you're just parrying whatever you see. Now, granted, I probably can't parry everything in the game, but just the feeling or the knowing that I can potentially counterattack you because of smart defensive play, and then offensively retaliate with a big, strong counter hit is just, oh, chef's kiss for me. And so I'm really in love with the parry system so far in Elden Ring, and I look forward to exploring more of that mechanic, among other things, weapons and incantations and so forth. But that to me is really where my story begins, is the mastery of the parry. I really want to get good at it, and I really want to explore more of it. So if you want to see more of that, hey, be sure to check me out on my Twitch channel, and of course here on YouTube. Like and subscribe, follow me on Twitch for more. But that about covers my experience so far. Of course, I've only been in the game for about 20 plus hours, so not much for me to say at the moment, but look forward to follow-ups on this particular series. And like I said, catch me live. You can, ask me questions. We can talk more ARPGs and so forth. And so, until next time, new warriors, as always, stay strong, keep fighting, and may the force be with you all, always. Catch you then. Take care. Elden Ring fans, love y'all. Peace.